We, of course, want to take time to mourn the loss of innocent life, but we should not wait in acting to prevent these frequent aggressive acts from happening in the future. Democrats want to blame guns, of course, but we know it's not that simple. It's misguided, even. Your grandparents used to be able to order mail-order automatic weapons, and when the Second Amendment was written, the American people, such as they were, could own cannons. No mass shootings back then.
Is a cannon a feasible purchase? Do you think our great-grandparents were buying cannons to bring them into theaters full of people so that they could fire them at people? No, that's not a feasible thing. But what is feasible is an AR-15. Bringing an AR-15 into a crowded room full of people. That's feasible to kill a lot of people because that fires a couple hundred rounds a minute and you can bring it anywhere. You can't bring a cannon anywhere, and it takes 20 minutes to load it, which is exactly the reason why the Second Amendment was written the way it was, is because they had cannons, and they had muskets. They didn't have guns that fired hundreds of rounds a minute. You're destroying your own argument while arguing it, man. Okay, it's the year 1934. To combat all the gang violence perpetrated by famous mobsters from John Dillinger to Pretty Boy Floyd, all using their go-to favorite gun, the Tommy gun, which is just a 1934 version of the AR-15. Franklin D. Roosevelt was pushing to Congress his New Deal on crime, otherwise known as the National Firearms Act of 1934. And instead of outright banning the weapons to purchase, they wanted to tax them out of existence with a $200 tax added on to any purchase of one to make it pretty much impossible to buy them en masse. $200 back then is a lot of moolah now, as they would have said back then. It's time we make an amendment to the Second Amendment, or we tax these bitches out of existence.